Welcome to part 2 of my training on direct response email strategies. In this training, we're going to be taking a look at the rest of the categories of emails that you can write. We've looked at story-based emails. So we'll be looking at the other types of emails that are quite effective in driving sales. So I will be going through each category and giving examples of all three. So let's get started. So just as a recap, the 4 types of direct response emails you can send are story-based, news story, something based on shock or curiosity, and a contrarian email. We already discussed story-based emails, so let's start off with emails that discuss news stories. So news stories emails obviously tie into current events and transition to the offer being sold. So you want to target major news stories in the media that you can relate your offer to. So for example, if it's some kind of financial offer or even, something unrelated, inflation these days is a big topic. And because people are struggling with prices going up, you can basically tie in any offer in any niche. The Ukraine-Russia conflict, that's probably reserved for certain types of offers. But any news story in the media you can use. For example, something like the Will Smith slap right at the Oscars. That's something you can use. Minor stories too, even stories that are in the local media. They don't have to be major stories, but when you do have major stories like this, you can be confident that everyone has heard of them. Another option is to target people, ideas, or items that your subscribers dislike, something that they hate. So, for example, Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, Trump, they are very polarizing figures. You can even tie in celebrities who make statements that oppose your subscribers' beliefs. Another option is to target people, ideas, or items that your subscribers love. For example, Trump again. Perhaps Joe Rogan said something on his show that you can tie in. Celebrity stories such as weight loss. So the Adele weight loss story has been a big one for the past couple of years. Definitely something that you can use. And finally, you can inform subscribers of warnings or alerts from agencies, government announcements, organizations, any kind, you can use. So for example, warnings issued by the FDA, in terms of diet or supplements or weight loss. Social Security running out of funding is always a big topic, and that's something you can tie into some kind of urgency or scarcity issue. So tons of different ways you can go about this. It's just a matter of finding a story and then connecting that story to your offer. So what you want to do is when you write these emails, you lead with a news story and then transition to what you're selling. And the best part is you can always keep the transition the same, and you can rotate new news stories over and over again, so you can refresh the email creative with a new story. So you're keeping the transition the same, but the lead keeps changing. So that's a great way to test different types of emails and just refresh content so you don't run out of ideas. With that being said, let's take a look at some examples.
A news story should introduce an interesting idea that plants a seed for the sales pitch. Let's take a look at one example where Trump is used as a news story. The subject line reads, Trump health bombshell. If you like Trump or even dislike Trump, you'll probably want to read this. You know that Trump and his health have been in the news. He loves his hamburgers. He loves his McDonald's. So reading news about his health is quite interesting. So the bombshell, some kind of breaking news, you're interested in seeing what this email has to say. So high open rate right off the bat. Dear reader, this has got liberals jumping out of their seats. Okay, so this is clearly going to be geared towards a conservative audience. A few months back, President Trump underwent his most recent physical exam. It lasted 4 hours and included 11 specialists. And at the end, doctors concluded that President Trump is in perfect health. Interesting. Very interesting start. He underwent a battery of tests, a real comprehensive analysis of his health. and they concluded that he's in perfect health. That gives some reassurance to somebody, a conservative audience, who wants to see Trump succeed and stay healthy. Now, it's no secret that our beloved 72-year-old president loves soda, sweets, and fast foods. So how is it that he's so seemingly immune to old age? Interesting. You pose an interesting question that makes you want to read more to find out the answer. Well, in recent years, billionaires like President Trump have increasingly turned to the power of stem cells, but not the immoral kind you often hear about in the news that are from embryos. You gotta put this last sentence in, because if you're targeting a conservative audience, there's a good chance that a lot of them are religious and are opposed to stem cells. So already you're disqualifying that statement. You're disqualifying the fact that these stem cells may be against someone's religious beliefs. Instead, these billionaires are getting something called adult repair stem cells injected into their bodies. And then these adult repair stem cells begin to heal and fix every single organ, cell, and tissue they have. Look what happened here. Billionaires like President Trump have increasingly turned to the power of stem cells. They're not saying that President Trump used adult repair stem cells. They're saying that a lot of rich people like Trump have turned to them. Notice the transition here. This is the key part. Notice this transition from the news story to the pitch, right? There's nothing false about the statement, right? They're not doing anything shady here. They're literally starting with a story, right? Because President Trump, a few years back did undergo those tests, and the doctors came back and said he's healthy. Whatever, doesn't matter. But the bottom line is that they're using the story to transition to an explanation of why people who may be seemingly unhealthy stay healthy, right? Let's continue. And then these adult repair stem cells begin to heal and fix every single organ, cell, and tissue they have, including their brain, heart, kidneys, liver, colon, and more. Normally, these stem cell treatments can cost $100,000 or more, which to billionaires like President Trump is just a drop in the bucket. But now, thanks to a new breakthrough from researchers at the University of South Florida, social proof, there is now a way to get your body to start producing more adult repair stem cells naturally, without injections, and practically for pennies. Again, you're proving that this is accessible to all. Click here now to see the South Florida stem cell breakthrough now before the government bans it from the web. Oh, throwing a little urgency at the end. So notice how you take a news story and you transition to the sales pitch. The way this email is structured, it's not enough to do the selling. You need to do a little more selling. So ideally, this email would direct you to a link where you're shown a comprehensive video sales letter, and the whole pitch is done there on adult repair stem cells. There is some curiosity here because you don't know exactly what the breakthrough is. You know it's adult repair stem cells. What's this way that's really cost effective and doesn't require injections? That's the question. So hopefully there's a comprehensive sales pitch coming up on the landing page. Let's move on to the next category of emails, contrarian emails. Contrarian emails make an unpopular claim that goes against all conventional wisdom. So what you want to do is introduce a popular relevant topic your subscribers are aware of, and then make a claim that takes an alternative or opposing view on this popular topic. And then this is the most critical part. You must state the reasons why the mainstream is wrong about the topic. So let's give a few examples. Turmeric is good for your health, but it must be combined with other ingredients for it to be effective. So a lot of people, older people especially, are getting bombarded with the message that taking turmeric as a supplement is great for their pain management. Here we're saying it's not enough. You need to combine it with other ingredients. Second example, using dating apps is a terrible dating strategy because it favors only the most attractive men. Here's a better way for the average Joe. Again, these days everybody relies on dating apps. Over here, we're saying there's a better way to go about it. Next example. Starting an agency or freelancing is not the best way to make money online because you will be forced to work with demanding clients for low pay. Here's the business model you should focus on. An alternative, something new, something different, something that goes against what you've heard, right? These are the ways to write a great contrarian email. Let's take a look at some subject lines. Why CBD doesn't work as well if you're over 50. CBD is being pushed everywhere. All of a sudden you're hit with an email saying, hey, CBD doesn't work that well if you're especially over a certain age. Why you should not start a social media agency. With all those agency courses out there, here's a reason not to. Avoid TikTok if you want to make money. Currently in 2022, TikTok is huge. Everyone's pushing TikTok. We're saying avoid TikTok? Interesting. I have to click on this email. Why you should never use Tinder again. That goes back to the first example I was talking about. Why you should spend $5 a day on coffee. All the personal finance experts say, save money, don't buy coffee, make it at home. This is saying, buy the coffee at Starbucks? Interesting. Top U.S. surgeon. Sugar is no longer the enemy. Wow, if you've been paying attention to health and the news around it, you should avoid sugar. Now the surgeon is saying sugar is no longer the enemy. Again, contrarian, very interesting, makes you want to click. This example of a contrarian email is about turmeric. So the subject line is turmeric warning. You've probably heard of turmeric, also called curcumin. It's trending all over social media and mainstream health news. And yes, hundreds of studies show turmeric is a real deal when it comes to soothing your chronic aches and discomfort. I personally take turmeric every day. This is a popular statement that has been pushed for a while as conventional wisdom. So the subscribers, the readers, they know about this. But please don't buy a bottle just yet. There's something you must know about turmeric. Because while it's amazing as an edible supplement, there's an even better form of turmeric that shuts down physical discomfort even faster. You see, it takes time for a turmeric capsule to move through your digestive system and enter your bloodstream. This delays turmeric's power. And when you're busy golfing, gardening, or even trying to open up a jar, you shouldn't have to wait for a turmeric capsule to kick in. But I have some good news. Our medical advisory board has transformed edible turmeric into a topical cream that you can rub right into your skin. Just open up your tube, put a dollop on your fingers, and rub it into your swollen hands, tender elbow, or stiff knees. The result? Rapid, targeted relief in less time than it takes for a turmeric supplement or any other remedy to travel through your digestive tract. That's why we made turmeric just one of the 13 natural joint soothers in our best-selling formula, Rub-On Relief. Rub-On Relief is my number one suggestion by far for quickly switching off joint discomfort faster than it takes a pill to move through your digestive tract, and without dangerous side effects. Click the link below to see why thousands of people are raving about the power of the topical turmeric in Rub-On Relief. Rub out your discomfort on contact with Mother Nature's number one joint soother to your best health, and it signs off. So you can see that this email does a lot of selling. And so if you run traffic to a basic product page where a lot of the selling has to be done before, you want to write long form copy like this. You take a popular claim and you add your twist to it, some opposing or alternative view. In this case, they're saying the turmeric capsule has to be processed by your body before it can take effect. Why not just rub it on and get the same effect faster? So very powerful marketing claim. And if this was directing to a basic product page, it would definitely do the trick. Sometimes contrarian emails can be short. So contrarian emails that direct traffic to a comprehensive sales page do not need to rely on long form copy, like we saw in the previous example. So let's take a look at this one. Subject line is, collagen does not work unless collagen is being touted as the greatest supplement to ever hit the market. It can do wonders for reducing wrinkles, strengthening hair and nails, supporting healthy pain-free joints, reducing cellulite, and even boosting metabolism and dropping those unwanted pounds. But did you know that most collagen supplements do not work at all? I mean, literally next to no benefit. We explain why here, why collagen actually doesn't work unless. Don't get scammed. Very short and simple. It's taking a contrarian position about collagen, which is a very popular supplement these days. And ideally, this will link to a full video sales letter where a sales pitch will be made, and it doesn't require a lot of pre-selling. So in this case, the email can be short. The contrarian statement creates a lot of curiosity, and it gets the click. So that's what you can do. Keep it short form if you have a full video sales letter as the landing page. Let's take a look at the last category of emails, curiosity and shock-based emails. These emails aim for a high open and click rate to drive higher revenue. So they tend to generate a higher number of clicks, leading to higher revenue, but they tend to have a lower conversion rate because you're getting a lot of people curious and you get them to click. So you're getting the high clicks, which leads to higher revenue. It's more of a volume play because you're going to get a lower conversion rate. Not everybody will buy because they were just trying to understand what the answer was, or like what was the shocking piece of news or secret that they were missing. So it works best when traffic is driven directly to a comprehensive video sales letter that makes a full sales pitch. It doesn't work as well with text-based sales pages or offers that require pre-selling. So make sure that if you're going to use these kind of emails, you have a comprehensive sales pitch lined up. You want to focus on powerful subject lines with unique angles. That's the only way you're going to get the click. So example subject lines here, I'll just go through a few of them. Why you should eat your boogers. This scientist says so. 2 simple steps to remove visceral belly fat, the deadliest type. 1 everyday food killing your testosterone. You get the idea. We've talked about these subject lines before. So shocking, curiosity-inducing subject lines are highly necessary for these types of emails. Let's take a look at an example, and after that, I've got like a little bonus training for all of you. So remember, curiosity/shock emails sell the click and are typically short. Let's take a look at the subject line here. 71-year-old woman poops out 48 pounds of stored fat using this unusual nutrient. A shocking study done on an island in Japan reveals that people who ate a certain dairy-based nutrient were able to poop out more fat. Instead of your body turning all that food you eat into stubborn rolls of fat, it could just slide out quickly and easily in the bathroom. Imagine not having to go to the gym to burn off fat, or starving yourself on horrible diets that deprive you of the foods you really love, and instead pooping that fat out. You can effortlessly stay thin and healthy. One woman named Sharon already lost 48 pounds. She went on to reach her dream of being a national dancing champion at 71 years old. Another lost 10 dress sizes, and still another lost 38 pounds and has a body that is 20 years younger. See if pooping out fat could help you too. You don't know what the solution is. You just know it's about something about pooping out fat. It really sells the click. You add a story, you add some social proof, and the idea of, being able to eat what you want, not having to diet, not having to go to the gym. It's very attractive. So it just sells the curiosity, sells the click, and that's how you get the job done with a curiosity email. All right, so as I mentioned, some bonus training for all of you. How to email your list. That's what I want to talk about quickly before we end this session on direct response. Your email strategy depends on what kind of relationship you have with your subscribers. If customers are typically retained for 2 or more years, then send fewer promotions and add more relationship building emails. So not a lot of sales emails, not a lot of pitches to buy this, buy that, or sending to VSLs. Send more content related emails, more relationship building, add value, because you have the customers that's going to stick around for a very long time. On the other hand, if customers are typically retained for 1 or 2 years, then send a mix of content and promotional emails. Now, Agora and Alternative Daily, they do a really good job by sending content emails with promotions incorporated into the body of the email. So it's kind of like a display ad where you have an article like feature in the email, and then as you scroll down, you see little boxes, little call-out boxes for little ads. Click here to buy this, click here to buy that, or click here to watch this video. It's like a video sales letter that promotes something. If customers typically are not retained for more than 1 year, consider sending as many promotions as possible, because you're not going to hold on to a customer for long, so might as well blast them with promotional emails all day long. I know BioTrust sends promotional emails multiple times a day, and you can use direct response tactics here. It's preferred to just sales and discounts to drive revenue. So these are the different ways you can email your list. And I highly recommend that if you have a solid offer where you retain the customer for at least 2 years or more, then you want to send a mix of content emails and promotions, heavier on the content side, more storytelling than the heavy direct response tactics we've discussed here. So that concludes the very heavy direct response style emails training. These 2 parts, I think, hopefully have given you some insights on how to write your emails. There are different types of emails I write for more conventional DTC e-commerce brands. and I draw a lot of inspiration from direct response tactics for them. However, they're toned down and they match the brand image and voice. So we'll be discussing those types of emails very soon. But for now, if your business is open to direct response and direct response fits nicely with your brand and your business, then consider sending these styles of emails because they will drive a lot of revenue for your brand. So with that being said, actually, I'm not going to end the training there. I have one more thought on this. If you're writing for clients, see if your clients are open to direct response marketing. If they are, then you can get a lot of easy wins by implementing these types of emails. So make sure whether you have clients or you're doing it for your own business, see if direct response is right for you and test these emails out. I'll be back very soon with more trainings on emails and how to write for e-commerce brands where the brand image and voice really matter and you're building a strong relationship with your subscribers. I also need to finish up a training on copywriting, show you how to write a full sales letter, whether it's text or video, and then we're going to write a sales letter together as the final part of the copywriting training. So until then, stay tuned. We'll talk soon.